Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about my thoughts on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I have been really excited to watch this movie for some time because I'm a huge fan of the Nintendo games and Mario games. I've been playing them since I was super young and I still play them today. If you guys have seen the movie, please let me know what you thought about it down below. And also, if you play Mario games or any Nintendo game, let me know what your favorite is down below. I'm gonna just quickly start talking about the visuals of this movie because I think that's something that I definitely noticed and took away with me was how gorgeous this movie looked. I think Illumination did a super good job at building this world that a lot of people know about, but still trying to make it original and build certain elements to it that we haven't seen in the games. There's so many things that as a fan of the games you definitely know and are like, oh my god, look, they put this, they put that. Stuff like the green tubes that transport people to places, Peach's castle, Bowser's world, just a lot of things that you know and love are in this movie. One of my other favorite things about this movie was that in certain scenes, even before we get into things that we know from the games and stuff, they do things like when Mario and Luigi are jumping through hurdles or running from something or running towards something, they animated it in a way that it looks exactly like if you were playing one of the levels in the game itself. They did that continuous shot that wasn't moving just like we know from the games. So it was really cool to see because they definitely paid attention to what people know and love about the games, but they still did it in their own way, which I thought was really awesome. And it was really interesting because the power-ups kind of played a really big important role in the movie as well as the star, because the characters were using it to their advantages in fights and stuff, so it was just really cool to see in my opinion. And they even brought the blue shell. The amount of times in the games that I have been attacked by a blue shell, and it has given me the most intense fury in my life because you were so close to beating it, but then the blue shell gets you. The movie even puts moments like that, which is awesome. The characters themselves, I think the characters were pretty great. Whenever Mario and Luigi were on screen together, I think is when the movie was its best. I think the story did such a good job in serving their characters and how much they mean to each other and their brotherly bond, and I thought it was so cute. The story's core is really about their bond and how much they mean to each other, and it was the cutest thing ever. I literally, if I had one thing to say about this that was negative, I wish they were on screen more because they are separated for a really big portion of the movie. But whenever they were together, it was so much joy, and I almost cried because they just did such a good job at bringing in the emotions with both of them, I thought. And I want to talk about Bowser because literally hilarious. I think the kids are gonna really like the humor, but I was really laughing at a lot of Bowser stuff. It was just really funny how they kind of set him up to be this big villain, but actually his motivation is Peach. And I think Jack Black is the best voice acting in this entire movie, and I want to touch on the voice acting because I think everybody did a good job. I never really thought about the actors when I was watching the movie, and that's how I know that the voice acting is good, because I really hate when I'm watching an animated movie and I can just hear the actor because they didn't change anything of the way they speak. But the only exception to this is I definitely could tell that Seth Rogen was acting as Donkey Kong. I couldn't get that out of my head, his face and his image. I don't think he did too much voice acting. I think he was just talking like himself, which it didn't really take me out too much, but I guess that's the only character that I was yeah, that's Seth Rogen. I can hear it. I can't get that out of my mind. But with Mario specifically, I thought I would be able to hear Chris Pratt, and literally, I did not hear Chris Pratt at all. I think he did a pretty good job. And although the story is extremely simple, it's literally from point A to point B. There's not much crazy stuff happening throughout. It didn't really bother me. The story at times could be really predictable. I definitely knew where they were going pretty much in every single scene. I wasn't bothered by it. I think the movie knew what it was doing. It was just trying to be a fun time and very entertaining, and sometimes you just don't need a crazy convoluted story to do that. The simple story worked in my opinion. I still think what really drives the story is Mario and Luigi, and what they were able to do with them I thought was very satisfying, and it worked for me, and I think it'll work for a lot of people, especially families and young kids. I think people are gonna find this really entertaining. Something that I think is really cool is that they're kind of expanding it from stuff that we know from the games to we're making our own thing, and I definitely think they're probably gonna make a sequel, and I will be the first one watching it because I'm very excited to see what they do. They open up a lot of really cool opportunities for certain characters in this movie that I'm really excited about, and I just think this movie was a really good time, and I highly recommend everybody to watch it. And I really recommend seeing it on the big screen because, like I said, the visuals are stunning and it's gonna look so nice on the big screen. I saw this in IMAX and I highly recommend it. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it, and I'll make sure to see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!